Welcome to More Math Help. I am Miss Moore, and today I am ready to help you with math. All right, so we have a guest. I'm not sure if they're coming, but anyway, the show must go on. So to remind you, every Tuesday I am here live to help you with math. So whatever the topic is, I am ready to help you. So what you need to do, anytime you need math help, you want to join me live, you got to fill out the form ahead of time so I can get you the information, the links, all of that. Make sure your technology is set up right, all the things, okay? So I can't just bring you live the day of. Everything must be in order. So if you want to join me live so I can help you specifically, you have to do it before Tuesday. But nevertheless, I have my YouTube audience and my TikTok audience joining me. So I have a lot of questions from my TikTok audience. So I'm going to start with those questions. And if my guest shows up, we will switch over to the guest. If not, that's all right. We'll keep those questions coming. And if you are watching on YouTube and you have any questions, just drop them in the comments and I will take your questions as well. All right, let's get started. Okay. So the first question I saw, and don't forget, if you have a question, drop it in the Q&A box. So the first question I saw from is, how do you multiply fractions and fractions? This is a big one. Fractions always come up, okay? It is always, always, always coming up. Halfway through this program, I am going to make an important announcement, so you are going to want to stay put, okay? I will be making an important announcement, so stay right here. All right, so fraction and fraction. So let's say we have 2/5 times 1/4, okay? When I multiply fractions, now, all the other fractions are much harder, right? You have to find common denominators. With dividing fractions, you got to flip something, change the thing, everything, right? And so your mind wants to make multiplying fractions super hard, but actually it's not. It's one of the easiest ones out of all of them. Why? Because exactly what you think you're supposed to do, that's what you're supposed to do. So you're going to multiply straight across. So you're going to do 2 times 1, which is 2. And then you're going to do 5 times 4, which is 20. Okay? And then we reduce. Okay? But multiplying fractions, it's very simple. We just go straight across. Now, for those watching, who can reduce this? Nice job, Gianna. All right, who can reduce this? Type in the chat. Let me know if you simplify this, what's your final answer? Okay, tell me what would be 2. Okay, the answers are coming in. What's the final answer? So I think I know what you guys are getting at when you're saying 2, but in simplest form, what would this final answer be as a fraction? Tell me. There we go. I see it. Okay. So what do these two have in common? What number can be divided into both of these? 2. Okay. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 20 divided by 2 is 10. Awesome. All right. So the answer is 1/10. So let's do another one to make sure. Good job. Hello. All right. So I'm going to give you another one to see if you got it. 3/5 times 2/7. All right. Tell me the answer in the chat. You are so welcome. Tell me the answer in the chat. I'm glad this is helping you. So remember, multiplying fractions, exactly what you think you were supposed to be doing, that's what you're supposed to do. Straight across. And for those who are just joining us, make sure you drop those questions in the Q&A box. Good job. I see y'all. Nice. Okay, I'm going to take questions from the Q&A box so I can keep track of them. When you have an answer, let me know. 3/5 times 2, 7. Put in the chat. 3/5 times 2 sevenths. Nice job, Gianna. Okay. So once again, we're going to go straight across. 3 times 2 is 6. 5 times 7, switch colors, multiply denominators, is 35. Is there a number that can go into these? No, it's done. There's no other number, right? 5 and 7 go into 35, but it does not go into 5 and 7 cannot go into 6. Okay? All right. Good job, Summer. I see you. You are correct. It does not go into anything. This is in simplest form. All right, nice. So we just did multiplying fractions. All right, let's do the next question. How to subtract and divide fractions. Oh, actually, let me make sure I'm doing it in order. Okay, I'm going to do the long division first from Summer, and then we'll come back. All right. I think you already did it, QT. Did you put it in there? There's a Q&A box. You should see a Q&A thing at the bottom of the screen. And that's where you put your question in there so I can take it. All right. So we have, I just forgot what the question was. Let me see. Okay. 590, long division. 590 divided by 56. All right. So long division is one of those things where if you don't get it when you're younger, it just, like in elementary school, it just keeps following you through high school, through middle school, all the things. Okay. All right, Summer. So here we go. Oh, thank you so much for letting them know. Okay. So 56, this big number 56. Can it go into 5? Can it be divided into 5? No, right? 5's too small. However, we can go into 59. Good. Okay, how many times? How many times can 56 go into 59? 1 time. Good. I see y'all. Yeah, so smart. Okay, so 56 minus 59 minus 56. Okay, 9 minus 6 is 3. 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay, I'm going to have to bring down this 0 because 56 can't go into 3. And can 56 go into 30? Now, this is what makes this question harder. Because usually when we get to this point, 56 could go into something else, but it can't. So what do I put above this 0 if 56 can't go into 30? Nice, Patrick. We're going to put a 0. Okay. We have to put something above here to show 56 cannot go into 30. Now, I'm out of numbers. What can I do? And actually, who asked this question? Because there's 2 ways to do this, right? If you are in elementary school doing this and you haven't done decimals yet, then you would just roll with this remainder, right? We would stop here and say 10, remainder 30. Okay, so Summer. Okay, so you knew to put the 0. Okay, good. All right. So you must be beyond elementary school. Great. So perfect. Thank you, Liz. Thank you, Summer. We're going to put a 0 here and bring it down. So for those of you in 3rd through 5th grade, yes, you would stop there and just put remainder 30, right? Now for middle school though, yes, we would put a decimal on top. 56 goes into 300. How many times? All right. Well, this is something I teach my students, okay? Let's just look at the 5 and let's look at 30. How many times can 5 go into 30? Sometimes we have to make it easier for ourselves, right? How many times can 5 go into 30? So 30 divided by 5. What's our answer? 30 divided by 5. 6. Good. All right. So that's where I'm going to start. Okay. So when we don't know how many times 56 goes in a number, I'm just going to start here and say, all right, let's start with 6. 6 times 6 is 36. Thank you, Patrick. I tried. 5 times 6 is 30 plus 3 is, now we can see it's too big, right? But it was a good starting point because we're really close. Okay. So now let's do 56 times 5. Okay. 6 times 5 is 30. Oh, okay. One of my students. All right. You're going to get 280. 5 times 5 is 25 plus 3 is 280. All right. So now it's 5. So again, we're going to subtract 30 minus 280 is 20. Just so you can see that we're borrowing. Okay. We have to add another 0. Okay. It's okay, guys. Okay, so 56 goes into 200. Well, obviously it's not going to be 5 again because look at that, 280. Okay. Now let's keep going. We can do 4 or 3. So 56 times 4. I can see already it's going to be above 200. Why? I see that 50 times 4 is 200. So 56 is going to be much bigger than 200. So let's just do 3. 6 times 3 is 18. You're going to get 168. I wonder if this goes on forever or if it stops. Let's pull this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. 168. All right, we're borrowing. We go next door. They have to borrow from here. Then they give us something, and now we're good. So we have 320. Woo! This is a long problem. Let me just make sure. Right? It is money. Decimals are money. 590 divided by... Oh, this goes on forever, child. All right. But that's how you would do it, right? And you would keep going. Most of the time, a question like this, your teacher will say, stop after 2 decimal places or 3 decimal places, something like that. So I doubt they're going to have you keep dividing this forever and ever and ever. Okay. So did you just make that question up, Summer, or was that an actual question? Because yeah, normally they will say like round to the nearest 10th or round to the nearest 100th, something like that. Okay. So let's keep it going. Okay, let me see the next question. And if you just joined us, if you have any questions, put it in the Q&A box so I can make sure I'm answering it. All right, I need help with my 9s and divide. How to do division. Okay, so life relaxing, was that helpful? Because that was division. I can do one more division question. Just let me know. I will switch over. I'll wait for you to respond, Mike, relaxing. Bad Kid J, you said you wanted x plus negative 6 plus 5. What is x? Do you have an equal sign in there? There's no way you can solve for x if there's no equal sign. So I need you to give me an equal sign or something. Okay, and let me see if who's in the division. Okay. Oh, she left. Okay. So if you have any math questions, just go ahead and put it in the Q&A box so I can take your questions from here. All right. So we still have some more. All right. So the next one is dividing and subtracting fractions. All right. Those are two different things. So let's start with subtracting fractions. Okay. So let's say we have 4/5 minus 2/3. Okay. So there's two different ways we can do this. 4/5 minus 2/3. Okay. So the first way, a lot of my students love this way. Because if you struggle with just finding a common denominator, this might be the way to go for you. So we're going to do the butterfly method. Okay. Where we do 5 times 2, which is 10. 4 times 3. See, it's starting to look like a butterfly, which is 12. And there was a subtraction sign in the middle. Okay. And then we make a little thing right there. And we're going to multiply the bottom. All right. So 5 times 3 is 15. And 12 minus 10 is 2. Okay. So that's the butterfly method. Okay. So butterfly method, cross multiply, multiply the bottom. Then take the top. If there is a minus here, right in the center, then it is a minus. You subtract the numerators. But if it's a plus in the center, you add the numerators. Okay? Let's try one more to make sure you got it. All right. 7/8 minus 3/4. So again, we're going to cross multiply, butterfly method. I'm going to give you guys a minute or so to try it on your own and see if you get it. Oh, I love that you love doing it. And who asked this one? Let me just make sure they're still in here. KYW, are you still in here? You asked for, hi. Hey, Siobhan. Nice job, guys. All right. So again, we just cross multiply. 8 times 3 is 24. 7 times 4 is 28. There was subtraction in the middle. So we're going to do 28 minus 24, which is 4. And then we're going to multiply 8 times 4, which is 32. And yes, it's right. And then, so if you got to 4/32, great job. That means you understand how to subtract fractions. You can go a step further. If they say put it in simplest form, you can divide by 4. 4 goes into both of these. If you couldn't see that 4 went into both of these, they're even numbers. Even numbers, 2 can go into even numbers. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 32 divided by 4 is 8. Okay, so 1/8 was correct. Excellent. All right, so that is subtracting fractions. And all of this is saved on YouTube because I'm live at the same time. So if you ever want to go back to it, just go to my YouTube from today's topic, okay? You are so welcome. All right, I'm going to do dividing for you. So we can use the same numbers. 4/7 divided by 3/7. Actually, let's do 2. So 4/7 divided by 2/7. 4/7 divided by 2/7. All right. So division is not about common denominators. We can't go straight across. I wish that would make our lives super duper easy. Okay. So think about this. Actually, before we do 4/7 divided by 2/7. And if you know how to do it, you can do it. But if we say what's half of 6, right? Oops, sorry. If we're saying what's half of 6, so let's say 6, right? What's half of 6? Now, most of you would just do 6 divided by 2, right? Which is 3. But another way we can do it, a lot of times of means multiply. You can do 6 times a half. So 6 times 1 is 6, and 1 times 2 is 2, and we get 3, right? So dividing by 2 was the same as taking that 2 and multiplying it by its reciprocal. Reciprocal means we flip that number. So the reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. We just flipped it, okay? So you could divide by 2 or multiply by flip it. You're going to flip 1/2, okay? And it's the same thing. So someone a great mathematician, saw this pattern and said, all right, let's make our lives easier. Instead of dividing by fractions, we'll just change it so we're just multiplying, okay? So when you divide by a fraction, it's the same as multiplying by its reciprocal. So this first fraction, we keep it the same. So we keep it the same. We're going to change division to multiplication, and we're going to flip the last fraction. We're multiplying by the reciprocal. So if we flip this, what is it going to be? 7/2. Okay, and then we go straight across, just like before with multiplication. Okay, so the reason they do this is because multiplication is so easy. So they're like, why would I divide when I could just turn this into multiplication? Okay, so 4 times 7, you're going to get 28. 7 times 2, you're going to get 14. And this is nice because 28 divided by 14 is just 2. But if you didn't know that, you would divide by 7. You'll get 4/2, and 4/2 is 2. Either way, you'll get down to 2. Okay, was that helpful? Oops, sorry. KYW, was that helpful? I hope so. All right, so Q&A. Let's see, what else do we have? Is QT still in here? I'll take your division question. Okay. You are so welcome. If you have any more questions, you can drop them below. I'm good. 8:15, we have a special announcement, guys. Stay put. All right. 297 divided by 73. So we're back to long division. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. Is QT still in the room? No, they might have gone, but I'll still do it. All right. So unlike the last one we did, where, 73 is too big to go into 2. It can't go into 29, but it can go into 297. Okay, so let's round it. 70 can go into 284 times, right? So if we're rounding, we'll turn that into 70. So let's start with 3. Hey, Olivia. All right, so we're going to go 73 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, Miss Moore. Great job. 7 times 4 is 28 plus 1, 29. All right. Ooh, we are right there. So close. All right, so it's going to be a 4, 292, subtract. You're going to get 5 here. 9 minus 9 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. Okay, bring that down. You're going to get a 0 here. Yeah, if you were doing remainders, it would have been a 5. Okay, so just be careful. But yeah, you were close. We're going to have to bring down another 0. I don't know if this is going to be a pretty number. I think it might be ugly like the last time. Let me see. Let's take the shortcut. 297 divided by 73. Oh, yeah, we're going to get a super ugly number, y'all. So, but yes, you keep adding zeros until you can't add zeros anymore. But if they told us to round to the nearest hundredths place, okay, or the 10th place, I saw I got banned. So sorry. Okay, so we know 292 is a little bit further away, right? So let's keep going. Let's try 73 times 6. Okay, we're trying to get close to 500. All right, we get 438. Now, if I add 73, even if I add 70, I can see it's going to go above 500. So we subtract, and you keep doing all the things. Hey, guys. Now, if they said round to the nearest 10th place, all right, you would, here's the 10th place. We would look at this 6. Okay, if it's 5 or higher, this will go up to 1. If it's 4 or lower, this will stay 0. All right, is 6 higher than 5? Yes, it is. So it's going to round up to 1. So again, usually like a problem like this, they're not going to, I just realized I can't see that. Okay, usually a problem like this, they're not going to have you write out a million things and go on forever and ever and ever. They're going to say round to nearest hundredths place, round to nearest 10th place, and that's how you would do it. I hope that helped you. Remember, guys, as I'm answering these questions, I am live on YouTube, so you can refer back to these questions, okay? All right, life relaxing. We just did division, so I think you're good. Let's see. All right, we just did subtracting and dividing fractions. All right. So keep going. Keep these questions coming. I'm going to... Is it time yet? All right, we're 15 minutes away from our important announcements. 15 minutes. Thank you, Jessica, for the follow. So for those who just joined us, we just finished up doing some math questions. Well, we're not done yet. So if you have any math questions at all, make sure you drop them in the chats or in the Q&A box. Sorry. Any questions? How am I doing? That's a great question. I am doing great. Thank you for checking on me. I appreciate it. I'm doing great. This is my favorite night of the week. I get to help students all over the world with math. So I love it. All right. So our guest didn't show up today, but that's okay. I can still cover their question. So let's do Circumference. So they had a question about circumference. Who knows the circumference formula? If you know the circumference formula, put it in the chat. Go, go, go. What is the circumference formula? I'm going to stop my moderators from putting it in the chat. They're trying to cheat. Circumference, go, go, go. All right, and I'm going to, let's get our first question, 13 yards. Okay. I don't know if I have a favorite actor. That's a great question. Any acting that's good. Why can't I draw a straight line? All right, so here's the center of a circle. Nobody knows circumference formula? What's going on? Well, you do it in 7th grade. So if you, I know my students haven't got to circumference yet. Okay, I'm done. I can't figure out how to draw a straight line, but it's okay. 13, I forgot what it was. Let's say centimeters. Okay, so this long line straight through the middle of the circle, does anybody know what this is called? Right here. It goes straight through the center of the circle, despite what it looks like, since Ms. Moore can't draw. It goes through the center of the circle from one end of the circle to the other. Now, my students should know this because of Pi Day. Thank you, KYW. It is the diameter. Okay, that was very sloppy, Ms. Moore. It's okay. Now, what's half of the diameter? So it goes from the center to the side. What's half of the diameter? So the full line was the diameter. What's half of it called? Ooh. Good, radius. All right, so you have the diameter and you have the radius. The radius is half of the diameter. So you can say half of diameter. Remember what we did before? You can just do d divided by 2, right? So if they tell you that the diameter is 6, what's the radius? If the radius is half of the diameter, if the diameter is 6, what's the radius? What's half of 6? Good. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay. If the diameter is 12, what's the radius? What is half of 12? So we can do this one. 12 divided by 2. And what do you get? Nice, 6. Excellent. Oops. All right. So now that's how you find the radius. If they give you the radius and you want the diameter, or if they give you the diameter and you want the radius. Okay. So let me erase this part. Okay. My circles. Goodbye. All right, so the radius is, just kidding. The diameter is 13. So diameter is 13. Now circumference is around the circles. Circumference, circum means around, okay? Like circumvent, circum means around. So the circumference is just like perimeter. It's how much is around the circle. What's the distance around the circle? So here's our formula. Circumference is pi. That's where we got pi from, times the diameter. Pi times the diameter. Or we know the diameter is half of the radius. So 2 of the radius equal 1 diameter, okay? So another formula that you may have seen is 2 pi r. So for those of you 8th grade, 7th grade, and beyond, this is probably the most popular one, 2 pi r. Okay? All right. So we just plug it in. If they give us the diameter, so here's equation 1, and here's equation 2. Which one is better to use if they gave us the diameter? Should I use this formula with diameter, or should I use the radius one? So put a 1 or 2 in the comment, in the chat. Which one should I use if they give me the diameter? Equation 1 or equation 2? Okay. Okay, equation 1, right? They gave us diameter, so it makes sense to use the one with diameter. So circumference is pi. So we'll use this one. Circumference equals pi. What is pi? Well, pi is this really, really, really long number that goes on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. But for the sake of math, we'll just use 3.14. We're rounding it. Okay, the diameter is 13. Okay, this is your diameter right here. And diameter is 13. All right, so now what is the circumference? We multiply. Most of the time with circumference questions, you just put them in the calculator. Most of the time, teachers, they don't care. They will let you use calculators for this. And it's 40.82. Okay? But hopefully you know how to multiply. So you get 40.82. And it was centimeters. Just like perimeter, it's just still centimeters. And we're done. All right, so that's how we would find circumference. Bam. All right, so any questions? We are about 7 minutes away from my announcement. 7 minutes. Share this, share this, share this. Get people in here so they can hear this amazing announcement. And run up those likes, y'all. Run them up, run them up. Hey, guys. Okay, did I answer? I think I answered all the questions. If you guys have more math questions, go ahead, put them in the Q&A box. Oh, I didn't know that's how it goes. Wow. I wish I knew that. Okay, adding, I still don't know what adding algebra means. Thank you guys for the likes. So sweet. All right. So we had a request for adding algebra, and I'm not sure what that means, but I think, okay, Roblox, let me know if you need help at all while you're watching this. That's kind of cool. But I think what they were trying to say is like adding expressions, like combining like terms. So we'll do that real quick. So 2x plus 3 plus 5x minus 2. Okay, so let's do it. So first things first, you have a lot of stuff going on here, right? Each part, we call this an expression because there's no equal sign, okay? So I teach my students to separate the terms. So there's 4 terms, okay? Now, are there like terms? Like terms are terms that have the same variable. Variables like X or Y, all the things. So let's see. Is there a like term with 2x? Is there anything else with the x? I look at this 3. No. I look at this 5x. Yep, there's an x. Keep going. I look at this minus 2. No. All right, so I'm putting all of my x in the x box. All right. This is 6th grade math. And then you see it again in 7th grade and in 9th grade. It just keeps following you. All right, let's do another like term. So we have 3. And is there any other number that's by itself? Yes. 3rd grade. All right, if you have a question for me, put it in the Q&A box. Any math you want me to go over, put it in the Q&A box. All right, so we have 3 minus 2. That's how we write it. Okay, so 2x plus 5x is 7x. And 3 minus 2 is 1. And we add the 2 boxes together. Now, because they were in separate boxes, that means I can't combine them. They're in separate boxes. I can't combine it. So this is our final answer. Done. Okay, I know you're going to be tempted to put everything into one pretty answer, but no, that's it. We can't combine it. It is easy, right? When we break it down like that, then it's not so bad. Now, when we add negative and positives to it and negative and positive fractions to it, then it becomes a little different. All right, I want you guys to try this one. So 7y plus 6 minus 5y plus 8. All right, I want you to try it, and I want you to tell me what the answer should be. Simplify this expression. Tell me your like terms and what you got. What do you struggle with the most, Roblox? What's your biggest struggle? What y'all getting? You got it? Put it in the chat. Tell us what you're getting. Thank you, Aubrey. 1y plus 14. That's okay. Well, Roblox, do you see any like terms, anything that looks similar to each other? Like they have the same variable or they don't have the same variable? All right, so I just separated the terms, and we have 4 terms. Here are the terms. 7y plus 6 minus 5y and plus 8. These are 4 different terms. Now, what are my like terms? So we have 7y, and I'm looking for something else that has a y in it. Does 6 have a y? Nope. Does minus 5y have a y? Yes, it does. You heard me say it. Does 8 have a y? No. But if it did, then I would be able to combine it, right? So we make a box for our y's. All right, 7y minus 5y. And 7 minus 5 is 2. All right, let's keep going. Now we have 6. And is there anything else that does not have a variable next to it? It doesn't have a letter. It's just a number by itself. 8. Okay. So then we have 6 plus 8. And 6 plus 8 is 14. And that's it. We cannot combine 2y and 14. If we could, they would all be in the same box, like a happy family. but there it is. 2i plus 14. Good job, Jax. Awesome. All right, it's time for the announcement. Okay, here we go. So you guys have been asking lots of for help a lot. So you're like, Miss Moore, can we do simplifying expressions? Can you make videos for solving by graphing? Can you solving equations by graphing? Can you do all the things, right? So what I've done is I'm going to, in addition to Tuesdays, I'm going to also go live on Thursday now. But this time, you guys are going to choose a topic. Okay. So I made a TikTok story, I want to say on Sunday, either Sunday, Saturday or Sunday. I think it might have been Saturday. I made a TikTok story and I asked you all to put topics in on the form that's on my page, right? So you submitted math topics, and here were some of the topics you submitted. So find percent of numbers, finding the slope and y-intercept, simplifying expressions, multiplying fractions, PEMDAS, long division, all the things, okay? So what we're going to do each Tuesday night, we're going to see which one I will be going over on Thursday. So on Thursdays, when you come on, this will be the topic. Is everybody ready? Hit that like button if you're ready. Go, 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 go. If you're ready, we're going to spin that wheel. Yes, I can do area and, well, give me one. All right, here we go. There we go. Which one is it? All right. It looks like finding slope and y-intercept. So on Thursday. So on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be live and we're going to be doing slope and y-intercept. All right. So you'll have me 2 nights a week helping you with math. And I know Thursdays are a good night. It's a good night to come on because a lot of you have tests on Friday. So that would be a great night. Okay, so that'll be from 6 to 7 on Thursdays. Now, if you ever have a topic and you're like, I want you to go over this topic on Thursday, go to my page, the link that's right there on my page, click it, and you'll either click the one where you can join me live, or you can just submit the math topics. So you'll submit it anonymously. When you fill out that form, there's no name or nothing. You had a test on a Friday? Yeah, most teachers put tests on Fridays. Easy day. All right, so area and volume. Let's do volume of a 3D shape. Okay, so let's start with, little rectangular prisms. We love it so. I'm assuming you mean surface area, right? Okay, so of the rectangular prism, we can do surface area and volume of the shape, all right? If you are just joining us, that's not too bad. I know you want higher, so I definitely want to help you get higher, but it's, you didn't fail, which is good, and that showed you knew the majority of the test. All right, so let's say this side is 10. This side is 5. And this is 4. Okay. It's 75. All right. So here we go. Volume. Tell me what you do know. Who asked for this? Jack's Boogie. All right. So tell me what you do know. The volume formula is what? A lot of you know this one because you learned it in 5th grade. Volume formula. Go, go, go. It's a C, Roblox. 75. All right. Length times width times height. Okay. So here we go. The length, the longest side. What's the longest side? The length is 10. The width, obviously, is the shorter side. Okay, is 5. That's supposed to be a 10. That looks ugly. Okay, and then the height, let's choose a different color. The height is 4. All right. So 5, oops. Sorry. Let's pull it higher. 10 times 5 is 50. 50 times 4 is 200. So your volume is 200. Okay. Did that help, Jack's Boogie? And let me know if there's a specific shape you want me to do. So now if we were doing surface area, so volume is pretty straightforward, length times width times height. Surface area is where it gets ugly, complicated. Okay. But it doesn't have to be. So everybody think of a tissue box. Okay. So imagine a tissue box. Moderators, can you grab that tissue box for me? All right. So if you look at this box that's on the screen, all right, so I have a tissue box for you. Okay. The back, so the front and the back of a tissue box, if I turn it around, right, the size of the front and the back are equal. Okay. The top and the bottom, the size of them are equal. Left side, right side, the sides are equal. Surface area, you're just finding the area of all the sides and adding them up. But it's pretty cool because the front and the back are equal, right? So if I have the front, then I just times it by 2, and then I have the front and the back, right? If I have the side, the left side, I just times it by 2, and I have the left and the right side. Okay, so front and back, left and right, they're going to be the same. And if here we go. Let me write a little bit smaller. Okay. So we have front and back. So we're just finding the areas of each of these. We will have left side, right side. And we have, what's the last one? Top and bottom. All right. Now, what shape? All the shapes in a rectangular prism are rectangles. So rectangles, the area is length times width. All right. So let's start with the front. Okay. We're looking at the front. Okay. And the back, inside, all in there. Okay. So the front and the back. So the length is 10, as we saw. And the width, if we're doing the front, it's the same as over here. It's 4. And okay. And 10 times 4 is 40. Okay, now that's just the front. To find the back, it's the same thing. So the area of the front and the back together, right? So this is the area of the front. I'll put an F here. And then we have the area of the back because it's the same thing. Oh my gosh. All right, now let's do the left side. So this left side, I'll do it in black. If I have the left, then I will absolutely have the right. So the bottom part, the length is 5 and the width is 4. So we're doing 5 times 4, and 5 times 4 is 20. So the area of the left is 20 and the area of the right is 20. It's the same thing. Think of a tissue box. The sides are the same. And finally, top and bottom. So look at this bottom part right here. For these questions, it really helps you to have a highlighter or a marker so your eyes can focus on the piece we're talking about, right? Right down there, okay? So we see 10 and 5. So your area is 10 times 5, and 10 times 5 is 50. So if the bottom is 50, then the top must be 50 because they're equal. And surface area says take all of these and all of these and all of these and add them together. And that gives you your surface area. So we have 40 plus 40, which is 80. 20 plus 20, which is 40. So 80, oops. Hold on. Just going to zoom out just a tad bit. Come on. Not that much. Okay, that's good. So 80 plus 40 plus 100. And you're going to get 220. Okay, if this was centimeters, it would be 220 centimeters squared. Okay, so that's how you would do it. All right, so that is surface area. All right, I got another question. If you just joined us, make sure you're putting your questions in the Q&A box, your math questions, I should say. All right. Let's see. Jax, Boogie, did that help? Can you multiply a whole number by a fraction? Absolutely. Let's do it. All right, whole number by fraction. All right. So let's say we have 2 times 3/8. Okay, so a whole number by a fraction. A 2 can be just a 2, or to make a whole number into a fraction, we just put a 1 underneath. That's it. Oh gosh, why does this keep coming up? Sorry, y'all. All right, so we just put a 1 underneath, right? So it's 2 over 1 times 3 over 8. And then if you were here earlier, we talked about multiplying fractions. We go straight across. So 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 8 is 8. Okay, and then if you want to reduce it, divide by 2. 2 can go into both of these. And you get 3/4. And there it is. Okay, so let's try another one. So if we were doing 5 times 11 over 12, okay, the hardest part is just knowing that there's a 1 that's underneath it. Even though I can't see it, there's a 1 there. And we just go straight across. So 5 times 11 is 55, and 1 times 12 is 12. Okay, now you can leave it alone. If you want to change it into a mixed number, you can. Okay, we would just put that numerator in the house. And 12 goes into 55 4 times. Okay, now you would have 7 left over. 7 what? 7 twelfths. And you're done. Okay? Keep those questions coming. I see you, August. I hope that helped. She love. Keep them coming. Okay. 37 divided by 7. So the question is 37 divided by 7. All right. So what we're doing is you're going to put this number in the house. So the first number always goes in the house. 37 is here and 7 on the outside. Now, August, do you work with decimals? Or are you just learning remainders? Let me know. Okay, so usually about 6th grade and up, so no decimals, so remainders. Okay. So 7 cannot go into 30, cannot go into 3, right? It's too big. But 7 can go into 37s. Okay. So 7 goes into 37 how many times? Okay, so this is where timetables come in, right? 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. Y'all are like, Miss Moore, we can't see that. Hold on. There we go. 7 times 3, 21. We're getting closer. Y'all could have put the answer in the chat, you know. Y'all just watch me multiply. All right. And it is 35. All right. So put the 5 here. 5 times 7 is 35. 7 minus 5 is 2. 3 minus 3 is 0. So we do have a remainder of 2. Now, for those in middle school, what would you do if you ran out of numbers? What would you do? I'm quizzing y'all. Middle school, high school, what would you do when you run out of numbers? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. What do you do when you run out of numbers? Go, go, go. Put it in the chat. Because we keep dividing. So how do we keep dividing? Where do we get more numbers from? Hello, everybody. If you have a math question, put it in the Q&A box. We got about 20 more minutes. Then I'm out of here. Oh, you're in middle school? Okay, well, hold on. You need to learn this part. Okay. So in middle school, you shouldn't be working with remainders. Okay. So in middle school, I'm pretty sure, because I teach 6th and 7th grade, I'm pretty sure you have learned decimals. Okay. So we add a 0. Okay. And then 7 goes into 20 how many times? 2 times. Okay. Now this is going to be a very long, ugly answer. So I'm going to stop it after 3 decimal places. But it does go on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And it looks very ugly. Okay. And I see that it goes in 5 times and it goes on forever. Okay. Now, if they said round to the nearest, let's see, round to the nearest hundredths place, right? The 8 is in the hundredths place. So I look to this 5 and it tells me that this 8 needs to go up. If it's 5 or higher, we round up. So it's going to be 5.29. All right. I think we've done both. I've just been confused with it. Okay, no problem. Yep, I am done. Okay, so Mike is, yeah, I can help you out, Samia. Okay, Mike is making macaroni salad for each bowl. Macaroni he needs. Okay, I'll wait for you to type the question there. While I'm waiting for her, if you have any math questions, go ahead and put them in the Q&A box. I'm getting questions from that Q&A box, so go ahead and put it in there. I finally learned how to work it. I don't have to remove questions. I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. Okay. Mike is making macaroni salad for each bowl of macaroni. Okay. He needs 1/3 cup of macaroni. How many cups of macaroni? Wait. Yes, I do know how to do inequalities. We just spent our last day on inequalities. I need you, Samia, type that again for me. Something is missing. I think I'm missing something. So they're making macaroni salad for each bowl of macaroni salad. Okay. For each bowl of macaroni salad, he needs 1/3 cups of macaroni. How many cups if he used 27 bowls? Oh, I see. Okay. So each bowl, sorry, there was a lot of typos to get through, but I think I get it now. So each bowl of macaroni is, so each bowl is 1/3 cups of macaroni. Correct. Okay. How many cups of macaroni if he makes cups of macaroni if he makes 27 bowls? Okay. Got it. All right. So we want 27 bowls all together. And each bowl has 1/3 cups of macaroni. Okay. Well, here's what I like to do, because fractions can look scary and it can be confusing. So a lot of times I'll tell my students, pretend this 1/3 wasn't here. What if it said each bowl is 2 cups, right? So bowl number 1 is 2 cups. Okay, so if I have one bowl, that's 2 cups of macaroni, right? 2 bowls is 4 cups. 10 bowls is 20 cups. What am I doing each time, right? I'm multiplying my bowls by 2 because it's 2 cups of macaroni per bowl. So I'm doing times 2, all right? Well, I don't have 2. It's not as pretty as 2, but we're still going to do the same thing. So whatever you would normally do with the whole number, now let's put that fraction back in. So each bowl is 1/3 cups, and I have 27 bowls. This is a multiplying question. So we're doing 27 times 1/3. And we put a 1 underneath here to make it a fraction. So 27 over 1 is your fraction. So 27 times 1 is 27. 1 times 3 is 3. And 27 divided by 3 is 9. Okay. So that's, okay, this is what you learned in math today? Yeah, so it's just a multiplication question. So each bowl, a lot of times when you see that word each bowl has this much in it, each is usually a keyword for multiplication, okay? Every bowl, each bowl, per bowl, you know, that's multiplication. So, and then they told you how many bowls there are. All right, I hope that helps. Inequalities, tell me, Roblox, what part of inequalities? Because there's just writing them, solving them, graphing. So in my class, we just did, are you just doing like this? So I'm going to give you 3 options where you have to graph it. Are you doing like solving them like this? Is it 2-step like this? Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 options. And you tell me which one it is. Okay, I'll wait for you, Samia. Samia. All right, Roblox. Tell me. Because there's a whole lot with inequalities. Yeah, better get these questions in before I'm out of here. It's the first one. Okay, so you have to like graph it. Got it. Okay. Let's just get rid of that. All right. So if we have x is greater than 3, okay? And the way I like to remember it, if you guys are having trouble with remembering what's greater than, less than, I know a lot of teachers teach the alligator eats the bigger number. So this, what's here, is greater than what's over to the right side, right? Another way is left, L, right? If you make the L, let's see, make sure it's not, okay? And then go like this, that's less than. So left hand, L, and close it, right? So that's less than. So obviously the other way is greater than. That's one way of doing it. Okay, so x has to be a number that's greater than 3. X is a number that's greater than 3. Can x be 1? In the chat, tell me yes or no. If x is a number that's greater than 3, can x be 1? Yes or no? So if x is a number that is greater than 3, can x equal 1? Okay. Okay, good. X cannot equal 1. All right. So can x equal 3 though? If x is greater than 3, is 3 greater than 3? No. It has to be equal to. And this does not say x is equal to 3. X is greater than 3. So 3 is not included. We don't include 3 because x has to be greater. But we do start at 3. But since we're not including it, it's going to be an open circle. If we were including it, we would fill that circle in, and it would be a closed circle. So we're not including it. It's an open circle. Now, greater than. Here's a trick. Put the line through the symbol, and it tells you what direction you're going. But if you didn't know that, all the numbers to the right of 3 is greater than 3, right? So we knew it was greater than, so it'd be to the right. Also, keep in mind, this trick only works when x is on the left side, okay? So if x is on the right side like this, that arrow trick does not work, okay? That arrow trick only works when x is on the left, okay? Did that help? Now, tell me what would happen if I put an equal to sign underneath. How would this change? How would this graph change if x could be greater than or equal to 3? If x can be greater than or equal to 3, how can this change? How would this change? Well, we know it's not less than 3. So it's still going to the right. It's all the numbers that's greater than 3. But 3 is now included. And when I can include that number, it's going to be a closed circle. Okay? So when you see this equal to sign, it's a closed circle. If it's no equal to and it's just open like this, it's an open circle. Got it? All righty. What's wrong? So let's see. All right, our next question, and might be our last. Oh, we got some more. Okay. So Thomas found the area of a rectangle to be 1/6 square inch, which could be the side lengths of the rectangle. 1/3 and 1/3 inch. Okay, let me know when you are able to get it together. Get the question together. Okay, Samia. All right, let's do this one. Who asked that question before? Roblox, did that help? Okay, so 3/1. So it's 3 divided by 1/2. Okay. 3 divided by 1/2. So when I'm dividing a fraction, it's the same as, we did this before, multiplying by the reciprocal of that number. And reciprocal means we just flip it. Okay, so you're going to keep the first number the same. Okay, a lot of you learn keep, change, flip. You're going to change division to multiplication. And you're going to flip the last fraction. So 1/2 becomes 2/1. And 3 times 2 is 6. And 1 times 1 is 1. And 6 divided by 1 is 6. That's it. Okay? Oh, you get it? Okay. So keep, change, flip. You are so welcome. Glad I was able to help you out. But yeah, it's keep, change, flip. Oh, you guys are so sweet. All right. I can take 2 more questions. 2 more questions. Let me see. Did you ever, oops, sorry. Who is it? So Samia, let me know if, because I saw the rectangle was, it said rectangle was, thank you for the likes, guys. So sweet. The area was 1/6 square inches. And you had to decide between the answer choices, right? What the possible size could be. Hey, Josie. Can you wait. With chat? I don't know what you're saying. Okay. I don't see the rest of it. All right. I'll take one more question before we get out of here. Thank you, Haley. All right. So this is, if you're just joining us, this is more math homework help or math help in general. So we've been taking questions all night. So I'll take one more. If nobody has one, I'm gonna get out of here. Okay. So I'll wait. I think Samia was typing her questions. You'll be okay. I'm joining you streaming. Okay. So you want to join me live? Oh, I only do it on Tuesday. Well, now okay, for those who are just joining us, you missed the announcement earlier. We had a bunch of topic suggestions. So starting Thursday, I'm going to be going live. And as you can see, our topic this Thursday is going to be slope and y-intercepts. Okay. Every week, you guys can submit topics on our on the form in my bio. So it'll say submit math topics. Okay. And then I take all of them. And on Tuesdays during the live, we're going to spin the wheel. And this time it landed on finding slope. So that's what we're going to do on Thursday. So Thursdays are specific topics. On Tuesdays, we do the Q&A like we're doing right now. So some of you will join me live so I can help you. And then others of you will just ask questions in the chat like we're doing. All right. So thank you for the likes. If you've enjoyed tonight, click that like button. If you were helped, go, go, go. If you found it helpful, I hope so. Yeah, so Mario will be back on Thursday. And then Sundays, we play math games. We make it fun. Thank you, Erin. Okay. But for those who want to join me live, you have to complete the form in my bio. And then when you complete the form in my bio, make sure you you check your email, because a lot of you will put your email address and then I email you and you're not checking your email. So make sure if you are joining me live, you must check your email, because there's some forms that you and or your parents need to be aware of. There's some info I have to give you before you can join me live. Okay, so I can make sure you're a real person and you have permission to join me live. You are anonymous the whole time, camera off, no names used, but still we want to make sure you're protected. So just make sure that when you do fill out that form, you check your email. Okay. All right, so I don't see any more math questions. Does anybody have math questions? I think, well, that might be all. All right. Bye, Mario. All right, so I will see you guys here on Thursday at 6 p.m. Check my stories. I'll keep you guys updated, but let's say 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Thursday, 6 p.m., I'll be back. We're going to be talking about slope and y-intercept. All right, guys, have a good night. Bye. All right, there. 4 new followers, not bad. I wish they showed me how many comments I got. They're like, you did 99%. You have 99% more comments than hosts with their similar thing, but I can't see it. Where did I get these numbers from? They're like 361 total views. Top viewer count 60. When was it ever 60? I'm like, oh. But I did come back to a lot of messages. That's good. Ooh. I forgot I'm still live on YouTube. All right. So we are done. Good night.